Working hard for the sake of working hard sucks. For the last 10 years, I've been working with more than 10 startups that stopped their existence. While working hard to create an IoT smart home platform, I realized that no one really cares about how smart their light bulbs are. While working as a software development and fleet management startup, I witnessed how these startups stopped their existence because it just prevented being valuable for the company that was the main customer of the startup. Working as a software developer in an industrial IoT startup and build probably the most efficient IoT platform in the world showed me that the industrial IoT startup where I was working as a software development stopped their existence because no industrial companies were caring about IoT platform efficiency that this startup provided. While I'll be working on another startup as a software engineer and troubleshooting issues during the night times, I've been discussing the downsides of working in startup with my colleague, and he mentioned that he got used to sleepless nights because he was a startup founder. However, his startup didn't succeed as well. I've been thinking that we are not working hard enough. No one of these startup executives has been working hard enough to get his startup successful. However, one day I've joined a business club, and this business club was not about startups. It was just generic business club where there are a lot of different small business owners and whatever. And when we had the Q&A call with the owner of that business club, he was a seasoned entrepreneur having experience in a whole bunch of different industries, different projects and so on. I have asked him a question about how would he start a startup. As secured, he had an experience running the startup. And I was surprised with his answer. He was not working hard. He just created a system straight away that let him know if his idea valuable enough and if his idea could succeed, and he gained a customer base before even building the product. This response shocked me, and I left this Q&A call with the mouth opened. I wasn't able to sleep that night just to process the information of the contradiction I've just experienced. All my life, I believe that the successful startup is successful because people are working hard enough. And this day, my belief was destroyed. The successful person who was indeed the owner of multiple successful startups and big businesses showed that he is not working hard enough, that success in startup, it's not about working hard enough. I wasn't asleep the night and was thinking, why is that? Why people working hard and they don't succeed while others are not working hard, just relaxed and succeed very well? Is it luck? Do you believe in luck? I don't know. And one day I was reading a Robert Kiyosaki book that called Cash Flow Quadrant. After reading this book, the light bulb blinked in my mind and I understood the problem why some people working hard and not succeeding while others are just relaxed and have a successful startup. The key reason for it is the difference in their mindset. But the technical people, the software developers that were working as an employee all their life, working in big corporations and so on, they have decided to start their own business. And it's not a secret in the world that the efficiency of the employee measured by how hard he is working. In all previous century corporations, there is a culture to working overtime, working hard to show your boss you're really sweating it out and providing the results. This culture gets propagated a lot, and people think that the true success is about really working hard, working at nights, working at mornings, and spending all their life at the work. However, this strategy doesn't work for entrepreneurs. So if we take a look on this cash flow quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki is presented, he splits basically the financial mindset of the person on four parts. There is a self-employed person, there is a business owner and investor. And you can clearly see that on the left-hand side of this chart, there is an employee and self-employed. On the right-hand side of this chart, there is business owner and investor. The transition of the mindset from the left to the right side is huge, and this is revealed me the reason of why people working hard enough and don't succeed. So working hard is the left side of the cash flow quadrant, and it's an employee mindset. It makes people lost in chore and just deliver the instructions while cutting off their creative energy. While on the right hand side, it's not about working hard, it's about sharpening your creative energy, creating systems and delegating it. And the best way to understand it is to emphasize the example between self-employed and business owner. So some people think that they are business owners being self-employed. Why? Because self-employed could be formally a business owner. I own a business, I have a restaurant, right? But I'm still working hard enough because I need to do the administration, the finance, and so on. So I'm still an employee. And this is the worst place to be, because the employee has the benefits of the limited responsibility. You're just doing your chore, doing your algorithm, and you get paid a regular paycheck. On the other side, business owner doesn't have such a predictability. He doing his job, he creating something, and he might expect and might not expect that it will work. It depends on how creative he is, which strategy he uses, and he doesn't have a lot of predictability like this. However, self-employed person loses two benefits. It doesn't have the predictability, and also he needs to work hard to perform his chore. And this is where most people who are starting tech startup after being an employee getting trapped into. They become being self-employed. They doing everything themselves. They working hard, and also they trying to manage and figure out how to run business simultaneously. So in the Sprint book, Jake Knapp emphasizes how the startup could succeed without working hard. Jake Knapp provides the sprint plan for validating your product idea without the need when working hard to building the startup, finding customers, and so on. You can just take your idea, perform his process of validation, and have the understanding of how it works, thus creating a system and building the product in future without the need to work hard. There is another story of how the shoe brand managed to become successful without working hard. So I didn't recall the name of the shoe brand. So they have created a collection of 30 fashion shoes. They didn't want which shoes people prefer. So they have opened a store at some fashion crowded place where people can't go in and try the shoes. So people were going and trying, wanted to buy the shoes. However, they didn't have a stock of the shoes because they just created one item per each shoe style. So they offered people to leave their details and make a pre-order, so they will order the shoes by themselves. Yes, a lot of people were frustrated because they needed shoes immediately. However, by running this experiment for a few months, they have realized that people are really focusing on the 3 models of their shoes. So they were not working hard to get funding, to do all the marketing stuff and deliver a whole bunch of useless shoes. Instead, they just created 30 items, put it into the store, validated it, and focused on selling successful products straight away. This is an example how the entrepreneur build system versus how the employee working hard. This is an example of how the entrepreneur build system and has the successful business as a result versus an employee working hard, burning out, and result in failure. And it looks pretty simple, because when you're starting your startup, you want to switch to the entrepreneurial mindset where you creating the system, you're sharpening your creative energy, creating the routine, and then delegating it for people. And you're continuously observing that system and wants to improve it. It doesn't matter if it's like market research system, is it like software development system, is it like go-to-market system. The role of entrepreneur is to create system and execute the direction of the company. And it's obvious when the entrepreneurs start working hard, start making like market research, LinkedIn reach out, coding, running PPC campaigns, he will just stuck in shore and lose the track of the system as a whole. But the problem is that the working hard looks easier for people with the employee mindset. For instance, I've been working as a software developer all my life, and then when I started alone as a startup, I subconsciously started applying the same principles, the same mindset. It was really easy for me to just do the things as I'm doing in a usual way, because it requires a lot of effort to switch the mindset from the employee to entrepreneur. It requires to facing your fears, to facing your limiting beliefs, to working hard on your self-development, on developing your inner self. And this is really uncomfortable. However, you can do this job once. You can work on shifting this mindset. You can gain this experience of shifting the mindset once, and then you will prevent working hard for the whole of your life, because you will continuously build system and create successful businesses. And this is the paradox, that working hard on the old way is much easier than shifting the mindset towards preventing working hard and start working easily and successful. And this is the reason why most of the startups fail. And to give you more understanding of what is the difference between employee mindset and business mindset on the exact business operation, let's consider the following examples. So for instance, we are the startup that is validating his idea right now, and we're doing the market research. So the employee mindset person would go to LinkedIn and starting to manually reach out to 100 people every day, and he will be doing it for a month, just running this operation, and he will get result. The person with business mindset would figure out the strategy. Either he will learn the strategy or he will find someone who can implement the strategy for him and let the strategy execute and just observe it. And being as observer will provide him with more beneficial side view on the process, so he can continuously tweak and optimize it and get the result he wants, while the employee mindset person will continue repeating the same job without having the bird's eye view on the problem and might go into the wrong direction, stuck, and get bad results. Another example is that employee mindset person would take care of building the team culture themselves, take care of coaching our employee, having the conversations employees themselves, and doing all this chore. The business-minded person would create an HR department or HR person who will be responsible for supporting the spirit in the team and dealing with this day-to-day chore. Of course, the executive person will have the conversation with people, but it won't be his chore. It will be more like inspirational conversations rather than having the chore. Okay, I need to have one-on-one sessions with each of my employees to understand their situation, how they feel. They will prevent burnout. Thus, the entrepreneurial mindset person will create a system for managing the culture and the team spirit in his company. And again, he will delegate the system and observe how it works, so he will be still in the creative mode and can tweak and optimize it for more success, while the employee mindset person will work hard to do everything himself and thus result in burnout or in insufficient results. So being the founder or CEO of the startup is like playing a game. You have your business like a box, and your job is not to go into this box inside and starting pulling the gears, tweaking them and so on, but your job is to get ideas, put them into the box and see which reaction occurs, which result occurs on that idea. Then getting this feedback, optimize the new idea, put it into the box as well, see the result. You're creating processes and iteratively improving it. This is what entrepreneur and executive CEO does. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. The entrepreneur is not a business box that works. He is the creator that creates that box, optimizes, and accelerates. So if you want to learn more how you can create the systems in your business so you can optimize it, run more efficiently by being creator and maintaining that successful mindset, make sure to subscribe to my channel where I'm sharing a lot of valuable tips, strategies about this. So thanks for watching. If you want to watch more, click here. Thank you so much. If you like this video, click the like button.